Hello again, watch friends. Welcome back to Watch Thoughts, a periodic but not regularly scheduled short video on some watch-related things I find interesting or just want to share. Hopefully, you'll enjoy riding shotgun on my journey as I learn and explore horological tidbits as a watch collector. Warning, these are fake watches. Mumbai specials. Franken watches, if you will. If you are diametrically opposed to such a watch, for whatever reason, you may want to stop right now. Nothing to see here, move on. If, on the other hand, you want to learn something about what these watches are and why you might or might not want to have one, then listen on. Let's get the nomenclature out of the way first. Mumbai Special. Not a slur on Mumbai or even India. Rather, it's a reference to the fact that most of these watches are made in and sold from India on eBay. If the watch costs less than $25, claims it's an Oris watch, and is sold by an India-based seller, it's a fake, or what is commonly called a Mumbai special. Franken watch. Just like Mary Shelley's monster, this watch is the sum of its parts. Many parts, from many places. The dial says Oris, but it's not an Oris watch. And usually, the dial's been refinished so it's not original. The case is whatever the seller happened to have laying around. The movement is perhaps the most authentic thing about this watch. It's a FHF ST96, typically, a cheap 50-year-old design from a movement maker long gone, actually swallowed up by the Swatch Group. So to use the immortal words of Igor in Young Frankenstein, this watch is definitely abnormal. Fabrique de Horlogerie de Fontaine-et-Milon, or FHF for short, was founded in 1793 in Fontaine-et-Milon and is the oldest ébauche movement manufacturer in the world. Industrial production of watch movements was begun in 1816 in FHF's first factory. Ironically, this company and its initial efforts would become the foundation for ETA, today's largest movement manufacturer. Throughout the Industrial Revolution, FHF kept expanding and improving their scale. 1838 saw the use of water power from a local river in one of their factories, and steam power was introduced 25 years later. The company kept growing. By 1876, FHF was producing 250,000 ébauches per year and had 400 employees. American machines were purchased and implemented in 1900, which brought the quality of FHF-supplied Swiss watches up to the standard of American factories. FHF became a founding member of ébauches SA in 1926. Mass production of low-priced watch movements for ébauches SA was the mainstay throughout the middle of the last century, and a quote-unquote standard grade movement was created in 1955. FHF was essentially absorbed by ETA in 1985. So this is a cheap fake, not a homage, not even a clone. But why in the world would you want one? Come on, it's $15. What do you want? If it craps out, you're out, what, $15? Give it to your kid. Let him or her break it or lose it. It's $15 after all. Take it apart and put it back together. Learn how a mechanical movement works. Even though these watches aren't Oris watches, they do have mechanical movements. Where else can you get a teeny mechanical machine for $15? Amaze your friends. They usually come with a new leather strap. Why would you not want one of these? They're too small. It's a crappy watch. Who knows how long it will last? It's $15. I want a good watch for that kind of money. I don't want to support a corrupt system that makes money off of fakes. No guarantee it will work. In fact, there's no guarantee whatsoever. I don't want any part of this. In summary, Often, these fakes can actually be in pretty good shape, but it's a crapshoot. Here are 3 that I have. 2 are running, and their time grapher shows mixed results. The multicolored dial version looks nice enough. The time grabber results are erratic. I have little confidence this would keep good time. The somewhat attractive gray dial piece is less erratic, but is gaining a half a minute per day. The other one is a movement I am practicing my watchmaking skills on. Better to do that on a $15 watch instead of a $5,000 watch. It's not working because I think I broke it. Maybe I can fix it. In any event, it'll be a learning experience. As you can see, the movements beat at 18,000 beats per hour and are hand winding only with no hacking. The case back is always the same. It's a press fit, quote-unquote, Oris back, scrounged from who knows where. And lastly, in a bit of irony, these Oris watches usually come with a new strap. Depending upon the strap, it might be worth more than the watch itself. I don't own any rip-off, copies, fakes, or clone watches, and I never will. Even if some of them look great and would fool probably 95% of those looking at them, I would know it was a fake. I'm just not that kind of guy who would try to impress others by cheating. I think the main reason to own one of these Mumbai specials is to salvage the parts. The case, hands, movement can all be used as donor components to, say, build your own watch. It's relatively easy to find a sterile dial, one with no printing other than hour markers or minute track, and then learn how to assemble the parts into your very own watch. What do you think? Should we even bother with these? If you like this video, please hit the subscribe button to be alerted of new content. It won't cost you anything and would greatly help me out. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next Watch Thoughts.